Hello and welcome to FinModeler. Today I'm going to show you how you can manage versions in your financial model. So this is a new feature that we have just released a couple of days ago, and it is actually one of the most important and interesting features in financial modeling. And why? Because business assumptions are typically not static. You gather new information as you go along in your planning process, and you may even try out different strategies, and you want to iterate and see what happens in the results. So now you can do all that in FinModeler without breaking anything. Let me show you an example. So in this case here, I have StorySparks, which is an e-commerce business model for selling books for children. And as you can see, in this case, we already have 4 versions. If I click this button here, I can see immediately that version 4 is the effective version. And in all of these versions, we have different outputs. We have different results. So for example, the NPV, the internal rate of return, and the payback, and also the total initial investments, it's different all across these 4 versions. If I want to all the assumptions in detail, I can of course do that by clicking this pencil here. And if I just click in any of these menu items, I can see all the assumptions for this financial plan. For example, the revenue streams, the direct costs, personnel expenses, and so on. And of course, I can also analyze the results. That is a complete income statement, balance sheet, free cash flow, feasibility, and so on. Going back to the version control from the main screen, if for any reason I want to restore a previous version, for example, let's say I want to restore version 3, I can simply select that version and click the Restore Version button. And now this is, of course, going to take a few seconds, something like 45 seconds to 1 minute. And once it is ready, we will see how this version has become effective. So here we are back to the main screen of FinModeler, and by clicking again on the Manage Versions button, I can now see that the effective version is version 3. And of course, I can also download this Excel model directly from the app, and it will open in Excel if I want to work in Excel. And if I wish to create a new version, let's assume that once again my assumptions have changed and I wish to create version 5. Of course, I can do that by going back to the assumptions page. And for example, let's assume that the investment assumptions have changed. For example, this commercial facility investment item, let's say that instead of 500,000 investments, I have 100,000 euros of investment. So I click the Save button to commit this change, and now I click the Create Excel model again, and of course I can change the theme and the fonts and the sizes and so on. And once I click the Create Excel model, it will start the creation of version 5. And now again, this takes a few minutes, and once it's ready, we are going to be back to the app and see the outcome. In the meantime, if I go back to the Manage Versions button and open the Manage Versions screen, I can see right away that version 5 is in progress. So by clicking on the In Progress tab, I can see that it has been created just a few seconds ago, and within 4 to 5 minutes, I will have a new financial model in Excel right in my inbox and also here in FinModeler. So that's it. I hope you like this new feature, and if you have any comments or questions, please do that, and I will be happy to help you. Thank you.